you don't have suspicions anymore because you said it was suspicion. And you have been shown that it is not cocaine, it is not money.
Now, the credibility of that video and information is in doubt. And I say so because if NIB, if Narcotics Control Commission, if Ghana Airports Company, if Police CID, Ghana Armed Forces, these relevant agencies had put out information, the credibility is high and there will be no inaccuracies and there would have been no crimes. That's all we asked for. We simply asked for facts. And when Ghana Armed Forces brought their facts.
Reverend, you are saying that if it was NACOB or the other institutions that told you, that told you or showed you this footage,
then you would want to believe.
The presidency has shown, you would have been okay with it.
You would have believed it because
okay. So my question again to you is that
because
you have a suspicion. You have a suspicion. You have now been shown contrary evidence. You disbelieve that contrary evidence. So where is the alternative evidence?
Now, whenever this question is asked, the counter question I ask is that the moment you put out a credible information, the burden of proof shifts. When I put it out there and they doubted, but Joy News checked and indicated that indeed those flights had come.
So in fact, the burden has not gone anywhere yet because a multitude of suspicions don't constitute proof. So you have not given any proof.
Very well.
Before the burden shifts.
Very well. Let me continue to respond to
your
concern.
Who that alleges must prove.
Very well.
Where is your proof?
So,
they have shown you the proof.
So
you disbelieve.
We have released our press conference, our press statement, and we have stated in there.
You are talking
that
suspicion.
Our intel. Yes, please. Our suspicion. Is it not the people who gave them intel, upon which intel they went to raid Sapima, upon which intel they went to raid the containers containing cocaine? Samson, going by your logic, did they enter the container to take pictures of the cocaine, took samples of it, brought it as real physical tangible evidence, and brought it to national security? That this is our proof, this is our evidence that there's container in Takoradi, another one in Cape Coast containing cocaine. Therefore, act on it. If we are in this country and suddenly want to say that before a ranking member on the Defense and Interior Committee will ask a simple question of suspicion for relevant authorities to investigate and put out credible information, and that query is evaded by politicians who get champion the PR of it and prevent the security agencies from undertaking their investigations and credible communication, and demand that the ranking member must bring pictures and samples of the cash and cocaine suspected to be in the flight, then what was the basis for we calling for inquiry and investigations into it? If I don't have a picture and a sample of the cocaine, then I have no gravitas to ask for investigation. Is that a kind of logic? Please. In this matter,
so you are saying,
if the government of Ghana is not serious about it,
anybody can get up any day in this country and raise an alarm, and the government should go investigating. And when it investigates and brings you what it says, this is what the truth is supposed to be.
One investigation.
They should be entitled.
No, please, let me tell you.
Hold on.
No investigation has been done.
They should be entitled to say what the government is showing is false, is fake, and we shouldn't believe that.
Samson, what he put out there cannot be taken seriously because yesterday I debated Kwachu Fosu.
The point is here.
Please.
Reverend,
and he said no investigation has been done.
You are not answering my question.
You said
not answering my question.
An investigation has been done for which he has put this information. And I'm telling you, he himself said no investigation has been done yet.
You say that you have a suspicion.
Yeah.
Have you moved beyond the suspicion?
We have put out the suspicion we had.
So have you moved beyond suspicion?
To where?
Because you have been shown evidence of the content of the cargo.
And that is not credible. That content
so
is not
it
credible.
means you are not dealing with suspicion, right?
No, that content is not credible. And Samson,
it is not credible because you are not dealing with suspicion. Is that correct?
If you will indulge, the moment we put this information out there, the president responded and called for investigation into the matter, and even called for collaboration. I further wrote for that directive that the president had given to be undertaken. I wrote on 2nd April for it. NDC Parliamentary Caucus wrote a letter to gag that process. So it never came on. Subsequent to that,
you put out the information
no,
before
please,
belatedly